Now that we've gone through a movie script, let's schedule it in your week. You can't possibly get this done in one day. So what I have is I have a weekly schedule. Again, where will this movie script be taught? During the language arts time. So during your language arts time, you have a focused story, the story you're working on to teach comprehension skills with. That's the story that you're going to be pulling vocabulary words from. 3 to 4 vocabulary words, and you're going to use word masters to teach the children the meaning of those words. Next, during language arts time, you'll be doing the movie script. And this is where you're taking those 3 to 4 vocabulary words and embedding them in a movie that's from Hollywood that you actually will be making up using those 3 to 4 vocabulary words. This movie you need to make sure that the setting and character has nothing to do with the focus story that you pull those vocabulary words from. On Monday, I would suggest that during your language arts time, you introduce word masters, the vocabulary words, to your students, and then the beginning of the movie script. On Tuesday, you would then present the middle and the end of the movie script. Remember, every time you're presenting the beginning, the middle, the end, adding any more to the movie script, you're always orally rehearsing the whole thing. You're orally rehearsing this over and over as you're teaching them the movie script. So by the end of Tuesday, during that language arts block, you should have the movie script completed. Now, at the beginning of the year, that's not true if you're just starting this, because this is something brand new. So I like to call this faking it. And what I basically mean by that is go in, give yourself about 20 to 25 minutes every day and try to get as much of this done during that time period. As the year goes on, you're going to quicken the amount of time that you need in order to successfully complete Word Masters and movie scripts by the end of Tuesday. Word Masters and movie scripts, that's going to be Monday and Tuesday during your language arts time. You no longer need to utilize the language arts time for the rest of this activity. For the rest of the day on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, you're just going to have the kids orally rehearse the movie. And they need 4 to 5 rehearsals a day. So that's kind of tough to do. It's kind of difficult to even remember that. So what I like to do, and if you notice behind me, I have a completed movie script up here on my wall of the same story that I showed you. This movie script I could actually put on the front door or near the front door of my classroom. That way, every time my students go in or out of my classroom, we would rehearse the movie script. It's a great reminder and it's a great transition to go in and out of the classroom. Basically, what I have the kids do is they line up, they put their hands up and they go, lights, camera, action, and then they say the movie, which takes no more than a minute, and then they leave the room or we come into the room. That's going to easily cover 4 or 5 rehearsals because you go in and out of your room many times a day with your students. So 4 to 5 times a day, you rehearse this movie script. Thursday night is going to be homework night. On Thursday night, you can give your students a homework page. Now you have this Black Line Master in this handout. We'll go to that page in one moment. I just want to show you some of the ways that you can give them this homework. You could actually staple together movie script pages into a little booklet, and each week they take it home to their parents. They orally rehearse it in front of their parents sign the page, making sure that they include those vocabulary words as they say the story. If your students can also orally rehearse and write, then they write out the story as well for their homework. If they're not writers yet, it's just an oral rehearsal for their parents. Now, you don't need to make this booklet. You could actually just send home the paper, the one-sided paper, and if they're writing, then have the movie script with the line paper on the back of it as a homework piece. This is just one way that you could do this. If you do this, though, you have to realize that each page is going to be blank, so you're going to have your kids glue on their movie script each week to take it home. It's a great activity because at the end of the year, the kids have their whole booklet of movies. Let's go to the movie script homework page so that you can see how this works. Turn to page 26. This is the homework page for the movie script. I'm just going to briefly show you that basically what you're doing is you're going to give the kids this homework page where I would suggest that you draw the pictures that were on your movie script that you presented to them. Together, the students and you can come up with a title, and then also have the vocabulary words on there. The kids will take this home, they'll orally rehearse it to their parents, and then their parents can check each box when they hear the vocabulary word in the story, and then they'll sign it showing that they've listened to their child tell their story. This is a great activity, and parents absolutely love it. Now, if you look on the next page, there's your black line master right here for the movie script homework page. And each page after that, if you wanted to make many of them, staple them together so kids have a booklet, here's a cover. Here's line paper, so if you have students who are writers and you want them to write out the movie as well, that's fine. What if you want to decorate your door with lights, camera, action? Well, there's your lights, camera, action pictures. You can do that as well. Now, we're going to go back to the beginning of this section of the movie script. So let's go back to page 18. On page 18, let's review what we said. Monday is going to be Word Masters. And you're going to then tell the beginning of your movie script. Tuesday is the middle and end that you present. And then from Tuesday thereafter, you will be rehearsing the movie script with your students 4 to 5 times a day. And if you post it on the door, it makes it easy to do so. On Thursday, that's going to be homework day. You'll send the movie script home for your kids to orally rehearse it and for some students to also write it out for their parents. On Friday, this can be an activity called Mentor Text to Anchor Chart Walls. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to fill in some anchor charts. Now, this is going to be different for kindergarten and first grade. Anchor charts are basically different types of charts that you use as a resource for your kids to pull words, phrases, and ideas from when they're writing their own stories. If you take the ideas that we got from the movie script, those different words and phrases, the vocabulary words, the transitions, and you put them on the anchor chart, what you're going to find is that kids are going to be able to access those and use them in their own writing. That's going to be fabulous for their writing. Let's go see how you use the anchor charts.